So, hey teacher, we are here today to talk about the ice melting in our society and planet. It's a big issue. So the group is me, Bernardo Herter, Felipe Scholz, Laura Albrecht, and Lorenzo Caligaro.
Introduction. Ice acts like a protective cover over the Earth and our oceans. The glaciers melting significantly increase the amount of water in the ocean, contributing to global sea level rise. Glaciers around the world can range from ice that several hundred to several thousand years old and provide scientific record of how climate has changed over time. In the last 55 years, the Antarctica has suffered several damage, losing 2.7 trillion tons of ice.
So, where it happens? Many places like the Antarctic continent, Canada, Greenland, Russia, Finland, Sweden, Iceland, Chile, Argentina, suffer from the glacier melting. For these countries, the melting can be harmful to their economies and culture. For example, we have the glaciers in Garhwal Himalaya in India. They are retreating so fast that researchers believe that most central and eastern Himalayan glaciers could virtually disappear by 2035.
Why and how it happens. The case of ice melting happened since the early of 1900s, when industrial expansion was in its peak. With the human activity, carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gas emissions are at its highest, causing the global temperature rise even at the poles. Even the significantly curb emissions in the coming decades, more than a third of world's remaining glaciers will melt before the Earth of 2100. When it comes to ice, 95% of the oldest and thickest ice in the Arctic is already gone.
What are the consequences? The glacial melt we are witnessing today in Antarctica and Greenland is changing the circulation of the Atlantic Ocean and has been linked to collapse of fisheries in the Gulf of Maine and more destructive storms and hurricanes around the planet. As these ice melts, darker patches of ocean start to emerge, eliminating the fact that previously cold the poles, creating armored air temperatures and in turn disrupting normal patterns of ocean circulation.
So, combat suggestions. We have strong action on climate change means preparing communities for impacts that are happening now. But it also means looking to the future. Focus on reducing the heat trapping gases in our atmosphere that will bring damaging consequences as our planet warms. The good news is that individuals can play a big part on both fronts with just a few simple changes.
First, reach out to our local elected officials to find out if your city has a disaster response plan for right now. Keeping communities safe starts by having a strong plan in place that leverage some of the best, but it underlies two tools. We have to protect our communities, nature. And when it comes to reducing emissions, you can make a few simple changes to your daily routine to lower your carbon footprint. And here are some photos of the ice melting in the past of years.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about permafrost. But first, permafrost is any ground that remains completely frozen or for at least 2 years straight. These permanently frozen grounds are most common in regions with high mountains and in Earth's higher latitudes. Thawing permafrost can have dramatic impacts on our planet and the things living on it. For example, many northern villages are built on permafrost. When permafrost is frozen, it's harder than concrete. However, thawing permafrost can destroy houses, roads, and other infrastructure local. When permafrost is frozen, Plant material in the soil called organic carbon can't decompose or rot away. As permafrost thaws, microbes begin decomposing this material. This process releases greenhouse gases like carbon dioxide and methane to the atmosphere. When permafrost thaws, so do ancient bacteria and viruses in the ice and soil. These newly unfrozen microbes could make humans and animals very sick. Scientists have discovered microbes more than 400,000 years old in thawed permafrost. And here is a picture of permafrost.
Thanks, teacher. Bye.